Video log number 6. It's been weeks since my last transmission. I've been trying to stay busy and get things up and running so that we can hopefully receive some sort of communication from y'all. But so far, no luck. As you can see behind me, I have constructed a new building with a giant radar tower on top, and I'm hoping will amplify the signal of these messages. The only downside is I realized that I have no viable power source for it. I tried solar and it just wasn't enough. And so far on this world, I really haven't found anything else even remotely powerful enough. Water wouldn't work at all. Solar barely made it blip. So I'm going to have to look into alternative power sources. Maybe I can ask one of the other adventurers. I'm not sure. Also, as you can see, the vegetation has begun to get out of control up on this mountainside, which is odd. From what I understand, these types of regions are normally barren with no vegetation whatsoever, but it is growing at a rate that it's hard to maintain. So the building directly behind me over there, I've set up some storage in there, and I'm going to start moving everything out of here before this whole entire area gets overrun by these vines and leaves, and trees are starting to sprout everywhere, and they're growing, and it's just, I can't control it at this point, and I don't really know what to do, so we're gonna move down there. There's another building behind me to my left that you can see I started constructing. It's going to be where we house some villagers that call themselves clerics. They're pretty useful. They are a little dark and a little suspicious, to be honest, but they will trade me things that will be very useful in the future. We've also set up our little farmer trading hall area down here, and we got some stuff put inside the radar building, which I'm going to go ahead and show you now. So we're going to go on down there real quick and take a look. But yeah, look, it's growing everywhere. It's out of control. Trees, giant trees, little trees. These posts are popping up everywhere. So I've been transporting the villagers that we had up here down to safety via this railway. But like I said, I've been trying to keep busy so we can form some sort of communication with anybody, whether it be Shadow Violet, you guys, our drone, anything. This is the area that we now have more of these farmers in, where we force trades upon them. Pumpkins, melons, carrots, potatoes, wheat, stuff like that. And they will sell us back other food and also give us emeralds that we can use some form of currency, maybe? I'm not sure yet. I'll take you over to the radar building. It is not complete yet, but enough of it is done to get the general idea. This area is going to be where we are going to start large-scale excavation of this quarry down here. We'll be pulling everything up via these right here. Basically, I'm going to dig it out, send it up in these mine carts, and lift it up on these, and we're going to start, gathering bulk material. Up top here is where the actual radar dish, or the radar antenna is. And, again, it's up, but it is not transmitting or functioning at all, due to the fact that we do not have a viable power source, which is a major issue. But that is something we'll tackle another time. I do need to find a better way down. Over here in this room, we have some of our livestock, our camels that we were using to transport bulk items with their chests, some cows that we were breeding up and killing for their leather for bookshelves. This is the inside of our mob farm. where all the creatures basically fall down into this pit of fire and die, and their items are collected so we can later on use them. Over here is the chest for our little sugarcane farm that's up here. It's small, it doesn't produce much, but it gives me something. Over here, got a little wheat area that we use to breed the cows. Basically, you just press the button, all the wheat and the seeds gets pushed down, and press the button again. It is manual, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a downer, but not super worried about that. It's simple, nothing complicated. Let me replant these real quick. Because one thing I've learned, the cows and the llamas, it takes quite a bit to keep them breeding. So you have to keep up with that regularly. Over here, little cactus farm. We got a pretty decent amount of cactus in there. It hasn't been up and running too long. I'm gonna have multiple floors, rooms, and levels in this whole building like this. Obviously, other than over here where the farm is, because that has to be complete darkness for those creatures to actually spawn in there thinking that they're gonna get me. Up here, I got one room set up already. I'm working on another one. This room is going to be the main control room for the communications array. I got a computer built here already, but again, no power source. This one should be able to, in theory, once I activate it, it will go through the antenna and produce a map for us. Basically showing the area that is putting out any sort of signal that is similar to ours. That way it could possibly be Shadow Violet, it could be the droid, it could be parts of the ship, anything like that. So once we find a power source, that'll be good. I'm going to line the rest of the top of this room, this giant room, with similar small cubes like that. They'll all have different functions. Some for the mining stuff, some for the radar, some for computer stuff, but either way. Now I will show you our little storage area real quick. I probably could have took the road over here. I don't know why I went off-road for that. Storage and research and development. This is going to be a pretty important building. This is the opening room. Right now I just have a bunch of chests here with like random, bulk storage in it. But over here is where I'm going to have an actual storage area for items that I'm going to be using constantly for builds. So I'm going to have a automatic item sorter set up that's going to run in the back of these. And this is just going to be, again, for the items that I know for a fact I'm going to use tons of and tons of and tons of. So then I can just dump them in a chest up here and they'll funnel down into the sorter and sort themselves. I should have that done in the next few days. Down here is where we are going to be storing the pieces of the ship that we recover. This was the wing from down in the valley. This is Shadow Violet's escape pod that Ori found. And pretty much anytime I recover any piece of the ship, I'm going to bring it into here. Why is this block here? I don't know why this block is here. I'm going to bring it into here, store it. That way we can either try to like restore it all, put it back together when we find out everything, whatever we need to do. Also, while I was out adventuring earlier yesterday, I came across some of those hostiles that I was warned about by Ori and Scooby Snack. And thankfully I had my gear on me and recording device, so I'll go ahead and show you what happened, and then we'll discuss further what we're going to do. Alright, so while we're out traveling, I have spotted some of the hostiles. Looks like they're headed back towards one of their main bases. Oh god, being attacked by a little tiny zombie. So I'm gonna try to trap them, or at least one of them. I don't know how. Did I lose them? Shit. I know they have information on Shadow Violet. There's one. Come and get me. I know you know where she is. I know you know where she is. Don't you ignore me. There. Come on. Catch me if you can. There we go. I got you now. And he fell right into one of those other ones. Fantastic. Now we're going to get the information that we need. Finally. Alright. So, as you can see, we have captured one of the hostiles. So far, he has not given me any information whatsoever. But I set up, down this little cave that I dug out, a dispenser. It's got a water bucket in it. So we're going to see if we can get some information out of him. So, where is she? I know you know. Where is she? I don't want to have to drown you, but I will. And that's how it is? How long can you hold your breath? That's the real question. I don't want to have to do this. You're making me do this. Just tell me where she is. No? Alright. Give it a couple seconds longer this time. It's the last time I'm going to ask you. Where is Shadow Violet? I'm going to switch the water for lava. And this is going to be it for you. Oh, okay. You think I'm joking? There's lava in there now. So this is your last chance. Tell me. Where is she? And I'll let you go. I'll let you live. I won't tell anybody you told me. I'll just let you go. What? Are you gonna tell me? No?
You'll never find her.
What did you say? Burn. I will find her. And you'll die. So, this is not good. Clearly at the end there, he said if we do find her, she'll be dead by then. So we need to hurry. We need to make progress right now. So as you can see, I captured one of the hostiles. Wasn't the easiest thing to do, but I did it. And I tried to get him to give me any sort of information. At first, I thought maybe they don't share information, they're separate clusters and groups. But you heard what he said at the end there. He said even if we do find her, she'll be dead. So clearly, he either knows about her, knows where she is. But at that point, I took his life because you're not going to threaten me and my crew and live, essentially. Plus, if I let him go, he would have warned his people. So we need to ramp up the search for her at this point. The fact that he threatened her life was concerning. I was hoping maybe they would just be holding her hostage or for ransom. I'm not sure. But tomorrow, we're going to go out and we're going to start finding clues because this can't continue. I also have another clip from when I was out exploring. I came across a very strange underwater structure that seemed to affect my ability to mine. I don't really know what was up with that, but I'll show you a quick clip of it. And here that is. As you can see, it was some sort of underwater temple. I couldn't explore it. I was going to drown, so I'm going to try to make some potions so I can breathe underwater, so I can go back and explore it. Also, don't mind the fact that Ori and Lawless were just slaughtering their horses that whole time. I don't know what the horses could have possibly done or why they were doing that, but we'll just say we're going to keep our horses away from them. Yeah. Um, but obviously, more important stuff. We have to make some progress on Shadow Violet right now. Here we go.